cheap MT and MUT 16 coin? Head on down to logger.com. Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy J-Rob447 back at it again with some NCAA basketball 10. And if you don't know, go into the description box and vote for the team you want to see as my next dynasty. But as for this episode, we're going up against Princeton in the first round of the NCAA tournament. And if you guys don't know, I will be getting my PS4, my new one, this week. So expect new content on the way. And that Devin Moore episode is coming out next week, I hope. Also, if I turned off my fan, so it's gonna start getting hot in my room. Now you're saying, J-Rob, why you got your fan on, not your AC? Well, I'm trying to reduce my carbon footprint, so I'm using a fan instead of the AC. But I've only been talking for 40 seconds, and it's already starting to get a little hot in my room. So we do win the tip, and Brian Ramsey's gonna kick it to Tim Crawford, but Tim Crawford commits the turnover. So we get the ball back, down by 3. Oliver Goodwin's just going to pull up, miss that one. But look who's there. Brian Ramsey getting the offensive rebound and gets the bucket to go. So it's a 3-2 ball game. Princeton, they're just holding the ball, and they're going to shoot up a 3, and they're going to make it. I don't know why they were just holding the ball like that. I don't like that at all. And also, I saw X-Men Apocalypse. I loved it. Some people didn't love it. I loved it. Also saw Zootopia. I illegally streamed it, but who cares? I saw that, and Zootopia is a pretty damn good movie, honestly. So please go out and watch those movies. Those movies are popping. So 10-7, we're down, but Brian Ramsey taking that one to the rack, gets the layup to go. He's just too good. He's too good, and he's going to the line. We're down by 1. Knocks down the first free throw. And I also saw Captain America Civil War, but I feel like I have to watch it again because I fell asleep 3 times during that movie simply because I saw it late at night, so I have to see it again. But then again, when I saw Deadpool, I didn't fall asleep at all. Who knows? So we're up by 1, and look at the ball movement on display as we were in transition as Damian Hastings gets that layup to go. So up by 3, 6 minutes 40 seconds to go, and Princeton, they're not gonna die. They're not gonna sit down and give us this game. I mean, it's the NCAA tournament. This is where teams give 150%. So, up by 1, Damian Hastings does a windmill dunk on transition. Now that is finishing with style. So, about 3, 5 minutes, 37 seconds left to go. But Princeton, them Tigers, they don't go away. I told you, man. It's the Lions against the Tigers with the Pride. If you guys don't know, in the Pride, Lion Pride, yeah. The mascot is a lion, if you don't know. And, just knock it down 3s. So 5 minutes left, up by 4. We're going to try to extend this lead before halftime because this is a pesky team. But, their point guard is really stroking it. Rojas is doing good. But Princeton, they do commit a foul right there, and that will be Damian Hastings at the line. He's averaging 22 points, almost 13 rebounds a game during the regular season. These past 4 years with him have been the best 4 years ever. Honestly, the best player I've ever played with ever. Like, ever since he was a freshman, he was a beast. Brian Ramsey was no factor as a freshman. Tim Crawford was not a factor. Jamal Whitehead was not a factor. I mean, Jared Hinton wasn't a factor. This guy, Damian Hastings, was a factor since he stepped on the court. Not even Ben Mason was that big of a factor, and I thought he was going to be a lot bigger. But he wasn't. And, look at the dunk by James Poe. Now, James Poe is the only guy close to the production of Damian Hastings as a freshman. As a freshman, James Poe did really good, all right? And same with Oliver Goodwin. He stepped up and did good. I mean, we got some good shooting guards, and Oliver Goodwin does commit the foul, and I feel the sweat coming off my face as I record this video. Geez, man. It's starting to get a little hot. So, Corin Archer at the line. He's going to knock down that free throw, making it a 36-30 ball game. So, 1 minute 45 to go. We have a 6-point lead, and we're still trying to extend it. Oliver Goodwin gets it on the wing, and he knocks down the shot. But that's going to be a 2, not a 3. So, 56 seconds left here in the first half at the Carrier Dome. And, guys, Princeton, they do not die, okay? But Oliver Goodwin shoots up the 3, but that is Jared Hinton getting the ball to go on the rim. But apparently it was too late, and the bucket does not count. So we're going to be going into halftime leading by 6, 38-32. A lot of good first half action by us. I mean, we've been moving the ball pretty well, but just this team is not going away, and we are a second half team. If we're not up big in the first half, they don't want to see us in the second half. And you guys see our bench. Our bench is definitely putting on a show. 15 points so far, and we're managing fatigue, and we only have 4 fast break points. We gotta get more fast break points because, as you guys know in other videos, we do get a lot of fast break points. In this game, we're just not doing that, so we have to get those. So we're up by 4. Princeton, they miss a layup, but nope, they get another offensive rebound and get the bucket to go. We're not down by anything. Wow, what am I saying? Princeton is down by 2, and we haven't scored in the past 2 minutes, but we finally get a bucket to go in by Damian Hastings. So we're up by 7 with 9:15 left to go, and I thought that was a foul, but Ben Mason fighting through the contact gets the layup to go. We're up 49-40, and that's going to be a steal. Damian Hastings pushing it up, gets the layup to go. That's the fast break bucket we need. We're on an 11-2 run. Princeton, they got to get something going quick because this game might slip away from them if they don't do anything fast, because I told you we are a second half team. If we're not winning big, just wait. So up by 9, we have the ball. Brian Ramsey's going to kick it to Ben Mason, who fades away to get the jump shot to go. So we're up by 11, 8 minutes left to go in this ball game. We're starting to run away with this one, and Ben Mason gets another bucket, putting us up by 13 with 7:37 left to go. And Ben Mason driving almost gets the and one as he gets fouled by Erwin Robinson, and he'll be going to the line for 2 shots. Ben Mason, he's been a great player for us so far. I really want him to improve next year because, averaging 12 points, I want him to average like Damian Hastings numbers. But, with Damian Hastings on the court, it's kind of hard to do that. So hopefully next year he'll do that because he is a great player indeed. So we're only up by 13 still. This team, Princeton, they got this start. They're trying to keep it close, but, we're getting offensive rebounds. We're getting fast break buckets. We're going to the line, and we just keep adding on to this lead. So up by 15 with 6 minutes left to go. Tim Crawford putting on the moves. Tim Crawford goes up with the layup and gets it to go. That was a really good way to get to the bucket right there. So up by 17 with about 5:52 left to go. We're going to kick it to Greg Wheeler, who has the ball on the wing, and he's going to pass it out to James Poe, who's lights out from 3. Knocks down the shot, puts us up by 20, and with about 3 minutes left to go, we're up by 20 still. And this game is just about over, but look at that resilience by Brian Ramsey. I mean, he has the most awareness on his team. What do you expect? But, we just ran away with this game. I told you, we're a second half team. Look at the score now, 73-49. Now it's 75-54. But this game used to be only a 4-point game in the second half, but we just went on a run, and the Tigers couldn't find a way to stop it. That's what happens when you have a deep bench like us. When you have a deep bench, you got guys come off the bench and can produce. Not a lot of teams have that, so we end up winning a game. Now, in real life, it does help. For UNC, they had a deep bench, but they couldn't get it done in the national championship game because, who was it? I forgot his name, but somebody forgot to guard Chris Jenkins, and Chris Jenkins had a wide open 3, and he knocked it down. But either way, we still win this ball game by nearly 30 points. We win by 29. Going into the second half, we were up by 6, but then we end the game up by 29. That is a 23-point turnaround. Constantine Rojas, he did all he could for his team. But Brian Ramsey, definitely a player of the game. He was out there doing what he had to do to secure the victory for his team. 11.6 assists, but he did a lot of things that didn't show up in the stat sheet, and that's what I like about him. So next game, we'll be going up against Indiana, baby. That's going to be a good game. Going to be a really good game. I can't wait for that one. But overall, a great performance by our team, and I couldn't be happier for our bench. And going into the next game, I have high hopes, and also be on the lookout for some new content as I got my new PS4. Well, we'll be getting my new PS4. So we win the game 83-54, and you guys see Damian Hastings, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 12 points for Ben Mason, 18 points for James Poe. That is what I've been waiting for. That is what I've been waiting for, James Poe. Exactly. And our bench, you know, they do what they do, okay? Our bench is mob deep out here. So anyway, this has been another J-Rob video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.